Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Gordon Masson and welcome to my NXT review for April the 29th, 2015. And isn't it beautiful if you guys hear a joke that just makes you laugh and laugh and laugh? You guys want to hear one? Oh, you do? Oh, yeah, Alex Riley's career. Let's get into NXT. Hey guys, what's going on? I just wanted to tell you my beats that I normally wear to like drown the background sound out and just keep myself in tune to you. The mic is deciding it doesn't want to work. Like, for example, I'll give you right now. Because, like, when I put them in and I tested it, it did not work. So you couldn't hear me that minute, so I apologize for that. Any background sound I apologize for. But I'm not going to let that distract me or stop me from the review, so let's get into it. So this is a fun episode of NXT. I'm sorry for, dumping on Alex Riley if any of you are Alex Riley fans, which I'm pretty sure there probably aren't that many of you out there. But in my opinion, my personal opinion, he did a good job on commentary. I mean, I know people have mixed opinions on Alex Riley, good job, bad job, but he did a decent job on commentary. And I mean, this may have been the most 1 hour stacked episode of NXT that I have ever seen. There's going to be a lot that I have to go over here just for an hour. There's going to be some things that I may miss, and I apologize if I do. Right now, some of this may go a little out of order. I did not take notes for this. I was not prepared for a stacked hour. I'm like, I thought last week was stacked. No. This week was like jam-packed and loaded. So let's get into this. So Kevin Owens comes out for a promo, and this particular promo was basically to ask, why does Sami Zayn have his opportunity? We'll get to that in a second, but he basically said he's taped his knuckles. Sami Zayn wants to fight him. He wants to fight Sami Zayn. Get out here. So I'm just gonna say before I get to the next part of it. Yeah, I'm gonna wait. But then Regal comes on. He says, Kevin, what are you this isn't gonna happen. I'm not gonna let you use NXT to further your own agendas. So that's when Regal says that to Sami, not to Sami, to Kevin. So then Kevin Owens is basically saying, you know what, Regal, with all due respect, I don't care what you have to say. I didn't call you out here, and you're not Sami Zayn. And it's like, you know what, it's clear you want to fight Sami Zayn. Then it's like, once again, I don't care what you have to say. I didn't call you. So Sami Zayn comes out, and then Sami Zayn's ready to fight. Regal stops him before even getting in the ring, and he's like, no, Sami, no, this is not going down. It is not going to happen this way. He's like, I would not let chaos ensue like it did. No, his exact quote was, I would not let a circus ensue as it did last week. So Sami basically takes the mic and says, you know what, Kevin, I can see why you're upset. I can see why you're mad. I can see why you want to fight. Because every marquee that's had your name on it. No, before this happened. I'm sorry, I'm jumping ahead of myself. I lost track of that. So Kevin Owens basically tells Sami Zayn here. he's like, so you're doing to fight him, right? He's like, yeah, I'll fight him. And then Regal says it's for the title. Kevin Owens says, no, no, no. Please tell me what he has done to deserve a title shot. Now, I want to take this moment to just say, most heels, when they complain about things, they don't have legitimate gripes. I mean, like, they're not legitimate. Like when, I don't know, like, okay, like there can be some heels that say, I did this, I did that, but like there was something involved in, like, say Seth Rollins. Like Seth Rollins is a great heel, and like stuff like that gets him heat. But then he'll make it propaganda. He'll tell you the truth, but then he'll dash in a bit of a lie to it. And Kevin Owens will tell us the absolute truth. I beat this man. Just paraphrasing, I beat him within an inch of his life. This is just me saying this. I beat him within an inch of his life. Kevin Owens basically has every grip in the world to say, what has Sami Zayn done to deserve a rematch? He's done absolutely nothing. He beat Rhino. That was all he's done since he came back. Kevin Owens has beaten Alex Riley twice. He's beaten Finn Balor, and that match with Balor was amazing. The match with Zayn, not with Zayn, and the two matches he had with Alex Riley, the dead man, average. But Kevin Owens has been fighting, while Sami Zayn, as Kevin Owens said in his promo, went home for a month after he took his beating from Kevin Owens. So, Kevin Owens basically said Zayn's done nothing to deserve it. He's like, so please tell me what he's done. He's like, you know what? He's like, you want to fight me? I'm not going to fight. I'm a prize fighter. I fight for a prize. I don't want you. I want that. So then, if you guys basically remember the entire build of this, the contract signing between Zayn and Owens, that is exactly what Kevin Owens said to Sami Zayn. And Sami Zayn basically tells Owens that I'm not going to fight you unless it's a championship. And then he goes on to say what I jumped ahead of myself and said that, you want the spotlight. I mean, you wanted the spotlight all this time. But the reality of everything is, tune into the whole Triple H reality era thing. The reality is every marquee that I've been on, every marquee that you've been on, my name has been attached to it in some way, shape, or form. So the reality of this is you want to get out of Sami Zayn's shadow. So Sami Zayn basically tells Kevin Owens that he's lived in his shadow for the past 12 years, which tends to get under Kevin Owens' skin. And I have to say, probably for the first time, we've seen Kevin Owens sweat. I mean, like, I don't want to just jump out of nowhere and say, he's worried about Sami Zayn, he's scared of Sami Zayn, because that's not the case at all. He wants to prove that Sami Zayn is nothing. He wants to show Sami Zayn that basically, I killed you once, I'll do it again, you're making it worse on yourself. That's basically what it's seeming to be. And and Kevin Owens wants to prove that he can do that to Sami Zayn again. So, as we know now, Kevin Owens did agree. And then William Regal has announced on May the 20th on the WWE Network, we will be receiving Kevin Owens facing Sami Zayn in an NXT Championship rematch at NXT TakeOver, blank name. Now, this is a little interesting to me. Like, just a little name thought real quick. NXT Arrival, they changed to NXT Rival. Because, like, this is the second go-around of yearly specials. So I wonder what they're going to do for NXT TakeOver. Last year was the inaugural NXT TakeOver in May. This is the second TakeOver, which they've started naming these TakeOver. So it just, I'm not going to say haunts my mind, but it just, like, it's a thing that's in the back of my mind right now. What are they going to call this one? Because I'm real interested in the name. Let's say took the A off of Rival and just put Rival, and it made so much sense within the main event. I'm intrigued now. What's the story going to be? What's going to go on? That's the story. We know the story. What's the theme of this takeover? So I just want to know what the theme would be. But that's not important. Because next we get Frosted Flake and the other guy, Wesley Blake and Buddy Murphy. And this just may be me thinking a little too far, but the Young Bucks didn't want to sign with WWE. And I don't know if this seems like a Young Buckish kind of thing to do, but Carmella's sitting there on her phone. Blake and Murphy jump over the couch that she's sitting on and sit down next to her and say, "Oh, what's up?" Because Enzo and Cass and Carmella were arguing, and she's like, "You know what? I can take care of myself," and they just walk away from her. So after they jump over the couch, they're like, "Oh, what's wrong, Carmella?" And I think it was Wesley Blake that took her phone out of her hand and said, "Let me put my number in here." My phone's charging right now. If I would have had it with me, I would have done it way better. But that was absolutely great to me. That got a big pop out of me. Let me put my number in here. Oh God. But they're like, no, and then she's like, "You were talking to the two sweet boys or clowns or whatever they call them." She's like, "Hey, no one disrespects my boys like that except for me. Now scram, come on, get out of here, get out." I'm like, "Oh, come on, Carmella." And then what they do next, interested me here a little bit. Not interested, it pondered with me. It made me question what's going on, because we tended to see Alexa Bliss standing in the background, and then she says to Carmella, "You call yourself a princess? Maybe you should start carrying yourself like one." And then Carmella tends to slap Alexa Bliss in the face. And Alexa goes on to proceed to do what she was doing, and then Blake and Murphy jump back over the couch that Alexa was at while she was talking to Carmella, and then asked her if she was okay, and they said yeah, and they tended to console her. Is Alexa Bliss going to be with Blake and Murphy now instead of Carmella turning? I mean, because most things that NXT tends to do, compared to a Raw, say Alexa ends up in this, she's gonna end up with Blake and Murphy in some capacity, right? Right? I mean, it would only seem that they bring her into this, and then she ends up on the side of Blake and Murphy, and we end up seeing a heel Alexa Bliss after seeing a year of her being a babyface. I mean, she has so much time to develop a character, to see what she can do best. I mean, Becky Lynch didn't work as a face at first because no one really knew her, and she was a little bland, and the gimmick didn't work at first. Then the second time around as a face, and with the gimmick she has now, it didn't work because no one really felt that she had any sort of personality or anything, and she wasn't really known. And then she was with Sasha Banks, developed a heel personality, and that got her over, and look where she is now. But we'll get to Becky later because she did end up in this show later. But up next, we get Wesley Blake and Buddy Murphy against Enzo and Cass. And Enzo and Cass do the usual stick. And this one didn't have as much umph to it as much as the other ones do. They've used this one before, I believe, where they call Wesley Blake Frosted Flake, and then Buddy Murphy, whatever they called him, I can't remember, but I swear they've used that one before, and I don't know. Enzo and Cass never really repetitive to me, and I guess they've never slowed down on these things. They always remain to keep them funny, but I guess one slip up tonight really doesn't matter. I'm this is the new set of tapings they've done because they did tapings last week for the next 4 weeks, which will lead up to TakeOver on May the 20th. So this match was average, your average NXT tag match, your average tag match in general, actually. Babyface starts with the advantage. It was a little back and forth, but it still ended up about average. And I guess Blake and Murphy got distracted because Wesley Blake was sitting there talking to Carmella back and forth. He blew Carmella a kiss, got big booted by Cass and then was cost the match by Carmella because he was too distracted with her. She didn't do anything. He just got cocky. That's all it was about. And then Enzo and Cass going to win with the slant or the big boot and then the Enzo splash where Colin Cassidy throws Enzo on to the opponent and Enzo and Cass win. And then after this, they go on to celebrate. And then we move on, which I believe we go backstage to the backstage interview guy, Greg. I can't remember Greg's last name, but I digress. And Greg tries to tell us, what did Greg try and tell us? Oh, NXT events coming soon. And I can't remember exactly who interrupted Greg, and they started. Oh yeah, that was Enzo and Cass. Yeah, that was back then. So I just kind of backtracked a little bit further where I didn't need to go because I already covered that. But we get Bayley backstage next, and she's with. I believe she's with Greg, and then Greg asks her, it has to hurt after last week. How do you feel about going into your match tonight with Dana Brooke? And she's like, really, I can't talk right now. My match is up next. I can't find my headbands. I can't find my shirts. Any of that. So, Dana Brooke is next versus Bayley. And I haven't mentioned commentary tonight yet, so let me just go out there and mention it now. It was Rich Brennan and Corey Graves as per usual, and then they put Byron Saxton over there. So I guess before this set of tapings, Vince must have told Triple H, look, I wanted Byron to do well. He really didn't do well in the spot we put him in. We tried to showcase him on Raw. He didn't really impress. He wasn't as good as we thought. So let him go back to NXT and, polish his skills. Polish what we've seen in him. And maybe we can put him back in that spotlight again. So then, that's just probably how I think about it. How I probably, went down. So, what did we happen to get? Oh, yeah, Dana Brooke and Bayley. So Bayley comes out, no headbands, no shirts or anything. But before she came out, Emma did walk back there with the shirts and say, oh, Bayley's missing something. Is it these? And Greg just looks at her like, no, it wasn't even Greg that was back there. It was Devin. So she put a headband on Devin and just walked away. And Bayley made her entrance. Dana Brooke made her entrance. And then that's where Graves comes in after Brennan says, no, I actually want to mention from where Bayley started out because, this is the funny commentary moment where I'm losing my train of thought here. Oh, yeah. What's his face? Byron Saxton goes on to say, oh, he's like, oh man, I want one of these wacky ring inflatable 2 men out in front of my house. And he's like, Brennan's like, you do? He's like, that looked ridiculous. He's like, hey man, he's like, I love Bayley. What can I say? This is where this confuses me though. It's fun to see these guys say these things, but isn't Byron Saxton supposed to be playing the role of a heel commentator? You were confusing me, dude. What is going on with you? No, I just thought it was something. And the Corey Graves being good old Corey Graves and Dana Brooke comes out, and Rich Brennan says, take a look at Dana Brooke. Man, she's amazing. He's like, Rich still never told me to take a look at Dana Brooke. I'm already doing that. Man, oh man, she was great. Graves is just going to keep taking these little shots. And you know what, Dana Brooke, I just want to say this. Her rise, I'm not going to say rise because she's had 2 matches. But the way they want to push her as the Total Diva, it just looks like she's an athletic woman with no real wrestling experience. The thing she just does your generic women's wrestling type stuff. She'll drag you by your hair. She'll throw you down. She'll start choking you. She's so green in the ring, dude. I know she has time to develop. I know she has time to get better like everyone does. This is what NXT is for. Realistically speaking, this is what NXT is for because before you go to the WWE, you have to go to what they call developmental. Let's get real right now. Triple H may say this is not a developmental brand. it has become its like own physical brand. But let's take a step back for a moment and realize what Dana Brooke is here for. She's here because she wants to make it to Raw and SmackDown. She's here because she wants to be on WrestleMania. And you can't be on WrestleMania when you're on NXT doing the things she's doing. So I guess she's trying to get better. I guess she's trying to develop a moveset. And what can I say? She's had 2 matches, and she's looked green, and she's been horrible. Well, not horrible, but she's just hasn't looked like a women's wrestling ring. I mean, like the standard bearer of the NXT women's division is Sasha Banks. And Sasha Banks is amazing in the ring. And Becky Lynch is the #1 contender. She spent all these years training and looks absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing in the ring. So does Sasha Banks. And Dana Brooke, let's get honest, is nowhere near that. She is green as goose shit. So I just had to put that out there. This match with Bayley got the majority of the offense. Dana Brooke had a couple of physical maneuvers, and there was basically Bayley in the middle of her warm-up. Her own music hits, and the Wacky Women get political alarm floating 2 men go off, and then she just gets distracted by Emma, still hits the crossbody off the top rope that she was going for, and then Emma throws her headband at her, I guess, and then Bayley gets distracted by that, and then Dana Brooke is able to hit her with the, I think that was an STO. That wasn't an STO. An STO was leg sweep / whatever. She goes on to hit her with the Death Valley Driver. I'm sorry, people. It is like literally nearly about 2 in the morning. My brain has been working since 6:30 this morning. I am sorry. But, yeah, Dana Brooke goes on a win. And on the way out, Dana Brooke and Emma high five. Dude, I'm digging a heel Emma. I am digging it to the nth degree. But, I mean, if Emma and Bayley doesn't end up with... See, this goes into a whole discussion. Because Emma and Bayley... I mean, they're the same character, but Emma realized too late, I guess, because she's not really going to get opportunities, but Emma realized it takes an aggressive edge to be a champion, and it takes an aggressive edge to, you know, get to the top, which Bayley doesn't have. She's trying to show her that edge. Now, Bayley doesn't have that. And last week, Bayley lost in the NXT Women's Triple Threat match to become the #1 contender. And I gotta say this, like when it comes to Bayley's story of getting the NXT Women's Championship, because she always seems to be in that conversation, do these losses make her look all the much more better when she wins it? I mean, like Corey Graves said on commentary, one day Bayley's gonna have her moment in the sun. But right now she is just, I mean, like it's just like Bayley's booking has just been so up and down and up and down and up and down, but she remains to be over with the crowd. I mean, that's the one thing about the NXT crowd over the main roster crowd. The main roster crowd will give up on your heartbeat. These NXT crowd, well, this NXT crowd in Full Sail is just attached. If they love you and they've loved you from start, they will love you to the end. That even goes to Adam Rose, who we'll talk about later, and then just something that like really just like it didn't like click because I've known this, but like it really defined itself when we got there. But let's be fairly honest right now. Emma, she's proven to Bayley that she needs that edge. And when Bayley finally develops that edge, I'm telling you, Bayley's going to be the one that takes Sasha Banks down. And it's going to be, I don't want to say a big moment. Like it's going to be that huge, huge moment. Like Bayley, Sasha winning the championship was a big deal. Like it was a huge deal. And I don't want to admit this, but because of how over Bayley is and she has the entire crowd behind her, Bayley's moment's going to be huge. Absolutely huge. And her and Sasha Banks are going to put on a thriller. But Sasha's going to have a reign. It's going to last a little longer. She's going to defeat Becky, sadly, for me. In my heart, Becky Lynch is just... Becky, man. But she's going to beat Becky, and that's going to be the end of that story. And, yeah. But Bayley, I mean, like, all these losses, like, when you look at it and, like, Bayley's climbed to the top, like, I can just imagine the video package now. Like, Bayley, loss after loss after loss, being so close, going back to Charlotte, loss after loss after loss, going through the whole Becky and Sasha bullying thing, loss after loss after loss. That video package is going to be absolutely incredible to her leading up to beating Sasha Banks. So I believe Bayley's going to be the one to beat Sasha. At some point in time, it's going to happen, and Bayley's going to look all the much more better for it. But I guess we move on from here, because I'm just running a circle. So then they tell us Becky Lynch is going to be in action later tonight, and we get more of an inside look at Baron Corbin. Actually, no, before we get to this, on the stream I was watching, they cut out this. Oh, wait, no. This is where we can get it now. Tyler Breeze versus... I said Tyler Breeze. I'm sorry. I have Tyler Breeze on the brain. Hideo Itami versus Adam Rose. And this is where I realized... this is where, it defined itself for Adam Rose, that moment I was talking about before. So Adam Rose makes his entrance first. No, not first. Second. And... okay, you guys know how they do the whoa thing in Full Sail. Well, Adam Rose, as they usually would do that for him, they didn't do it this week. Well, they did, I'm sorry. They did do it, and then as soon as they stopped, and as soon as the music stopped, let's go! No, not let's go Hideo, just massive Hideo chants, and Adam Rose was instantly forgot about. Once this guy's entrance ends, his gimmick ends. His gimmick is he's a partier. He's party boy. And I guess he acts like a babyface in the NXT arena. And okay, cool. But Adam Rose, you can't party in the middle of a wrestling ring. You're just a wrestler after that. You can do the whole choo-choo thing all you want. You can Bronco Buster your nuts in people's faces, but it's not your gimmick. Your gimmick is your entrance. And when all you are is an entrance, there's not much that's really compelling to you. So I just had to get out of the way. But Hideo goes on to win this. Adam Rose gets a little bit of offense, and Hideo gets the bulk of the offense and wins. Oh, excuse me. And wins with the shotgun kick. Basically, the sick kick. Shouts out to Roddy Strong. 1, 2, 3. He wins, and after this is what my streaming did cut out. Hideo Itami was confronted by Tyler Breeze, and Tyler Breeze challenged Hideo to a match. This is a bit of a concern to me, because we really don't see repetitiveness out of NXT. But can someone explain to me why Hideo Itami and Tyler Breeze are facing off again? They could have did something where where Finn Balor and Hideo Itami were backstage, and Finn congratulates Hideo, and Hideo and Finn both get confronted by Tyler Breeze, and then Tyler Breeze, he basically calls both of them Uggos the standard for Tyler Breeze, and calls both of them epic losers, and says he's going to be the next NXT NXT champion, number one contender, and he goes on beat. I don't know. It could have just been him challenging. Well, it could have just been him, talking trash to Hideo, and then Finn stepping up and saying, oh, if I recall, you never beaten me. I beat you at WrestleMania weekend at Access. And that could have set up for next week, Finn Balor versus Tyler Breeze. I don't know. Because we've seen Hideo and Breeze sometimes. It hasn't annoyed me yet, but it just annoys me that NXT... not annoyed, but it concerns me that they're using this match over and over again. I'm is this match extremely, extremely, extremely good to Triple H backstage? Is he really loving these matches? I understand where he comes from. These matches have been solid. These matches has been great. But you have more options within the circle that you're using, and you haven't really used Finn versus Tyler Breeze. And in the format that you did, it didn't get that much time compared to where normal NXT TV, you have so much other time to use for the main event than what you had for the first match of a tournament. So much more can be done. We have yet to see that much out of Finn Balor and Tyler Breeze, and I figured it just would have been a better format. I don't know what really happened. They didn't really show it on my stream, but I guess Tyler Breeze or Hideo Itami, one of them challenged the other, and that's how that went. So up next, we got an inside look at Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin basically goes on to say he defies the rules that are put in front of him that don't apply to him, and he's not your average man. He said, basically, everyone falls to him. So I guess Rhino retorts to this statement and says that he is the one who's going to take Baron Corbin out. And I guess at some point in time, we're going to get a Rhino versus Baron Corbin match. So that is where we stand with that. Honestly, Rhino's here for one sole reason. He's here to put people over. I'm like, I wish I would have continued with Kendrick, but I guess, like, as I said last week, for Kendrick to get back into NXT, he has to make Eva Marie look really, no, I'm not going to go there. But, for those of you who don't know, Eva Marie's been putting out some killer training videos lately. I mean, like, the Eva Marie we knew before it's dead. I mean, this woman's doing springboard DDT. She's doing springboard O's. She did a slice bread number 2. You don't believe me? You think I'm full of shit? Go on YouTube. Type in Eva Marie training videos, and I swear to God, you will see a different woman. You will see a different woman. But, anyways, we move on. And Becky Lynch basically tells us our story that, you know, she wasn't training in gyms to, you know, be second best. She wasn't doing all this when she was 15 to, like, be second fiddle. She wants to be, like, basically she wants to be the absolute best. And, you know, with her Irish accent, she's actually, from the promo she used to cut, she has actually learned how to put together a pretty solid promo. And I am proud of Becky Lynch because that promo and her promo work as of after NXT TakeOver Our Evolution has gotten progressively better within each time she's had a promo. And I can't help but be proud, and I can't help but feel good for the girl. Like, I mean, she absolutely did great, and I guess she goes on to have a match next. I don't remember who exactly the woman was that she faced. I wish I could legit remember it. It doesn't come offhand right now, but I guess she's someone in an NXT system that they said is just trying to make a name for herself, and is trying to get over in this business. So I guess we probably could be seeing she'll probably be like the, I don't want to say call her Ty Dillinger or Jason Jordan, because they're actually getting storyline progression and development and stories now. So I guess she's like she's basically one of those jobbers who stick around. She's Blue Pants at this point, except Blue Pants actually has about a couple of wins under her belt, but she's in that realm of what Blue Pants was. So there we go. So next, what do we have here? Yes, we have Becky. We had Becky basically squash her. So she put on the Fujiwara and turned into like that armbar where like sits in your arm, and she wrenches the arm upward and like turns the elbow to a point where it can't wrench. So Becky won via that. There you go. Honestly, if that sounded like something that I didn't basically like Becky Lynch. For those of you who don't know, and you haven't seen these reviews before, I love Becky Lynch. I love the girl to death. I mean, she's absolutely great. I mean, don't get me wrong, Becky is perfect, dude. Like, she is perfect in so many ways. But basically, it was her basic offense. She hit the 3 leg drops, and there were a couple roll-ups that were snuck in by the girl she was facing, and she basically knocked her down and threw her in to the armbar. Made her tap out, and that was it. It was a squash. It made Becky look good, and we moved on from there. Was there anything else? Oh, yeah, then William Regal announces this phenomenal match that's going to happen at TakeOver. It's going to be a triple threat for, oh, yeah, I told you guys that. It's Breeze, Itami, Balor, #1 contenders match, NXT Championship. Gordon, can you talk right now? In all honesty, I really want Tyler Breeze to win this. Finn Balor's had his opportunity. Hideo Itami versus Kevin Owens would be a good match, but I want to see Tyler Breeze get his legitimate championship opportunity where, the champion, when he's in his match with the #1 contender, will not just go over, with the #1 contender, will not just go over you know, one of the guys in the crowd watching who is also another wrestler and just super kick him for no absolute reason at all, and then have the other guy's opportunity ruined. Thanks a lot, Adrian Neville, for being a dick. But, Tyler Breeze, I'm pulling for him all the way. I'm pulling for him all the way. I don't see Balor winning this match at all. I see Breeze or Tommy winning. It wouldn't shock me if Tommy won, but it makes no sense to me if Tyler Breeze wins, because he said for months and months upon a time, and he's been built up for it, that he wants to win the NXT Championship. He wants to get a shot at the NXT Championship. So he's going to get that. All right, so up next, we have our main event. And this was absolutely great. I mean, not to disrespect Sami Zayn in any light, but earlier, before I get to the main event, this has to make sense going into it. Alex Riley is in William Regal's office. And look, dude, I was behind you. I was behind your little story you had going. But I mean, like, if NXT is trying to make us not like you by having you be a desperate hound who just wants to just get killed every single week by Kevin Owens, that's what they did. That is exactly what they did. So he's sitting there begging for another match with Kevin Owens. I'm like, no, dude, you've main evented 2 shows, and you got destroyed. I mean, you got absolutely killed on both those shows. So no. And Regal's like, I've run out of opportunities for you. No. And then Sammy's like, hey, man, he's like, don't let Kevin Owens get to you. He's like, he can make you crazy. He's like, he's done it to me before. I know. And then he's like, was anyone talking to you? And then he just continues to argue with Regal that he could beat him one more chance. And Regal's like, I've run out of opportunities for you. Like, excuse me, hate to interrupt again, but you want to fight? I'll fight you tonight. I do need a warm-up match. So Sammy's basically telling he's basically telling Alex Riley, you're nothing but a warm-up to me. I'm a former NXT champion. You're a man who basically sucks so bad they put you on commentary. You weren't good enough for Raw and SmackDown, so they put you on commentary. I was just hoping, just kill him at this point, Sammy. Just kill him. So, Sammy goes on to have a match with Alex Riley. And during this match, I'll just basically say the match ended in DQ, but the match is not what was important. Kevin Owens is on commentary, and he was sitting there, just completely derailing Rich Brennan on everything he had to say, sitting there getting asked questions because he wanted the questions at the time. Like, he was just sitting there bothering the announcers the entire time. That's all he did the entire time. And then, I guess when there was one question I got asked to him after Zayn, I guess after he did the planche over the top rope, they asked him, oh, how are you going to put up with that? He basically just flipped on him. And then after that, Zayn got attacked from behind, thrown headfirst on the ramp, and that was the end of Sami Zayn.
That's a long review.
Kevin Owens went along, like, he was just going to walk away. He was going to walk away. So the fans started chanting, powerbomb, 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 and he put Alex Riley down. And thank goodness we don't have to see Alex Riley wrestling anymore and main eventing NXT episodes, because he was not doing a well job at all. I'll put it like that. Like, the offense he got on Sami Zayn was the most offense that man has had on anybody in 3 years on any sort of television. So, with that being said, the match goes to, I guess, because he tagged Sami Zayn first. Sami won by DQ. So that's another loss for Alex Riley. And because of that powerbomb on the apron and the effect it's had on people and then being out for a while, no more Alex Riley. No more Alex Riley. Thank you, NXT. You did us right. No more Alex Riley, because this man has main evented too many shows. No more Alex Riley. Thank you. Thank you. So, that was basically it. This is a very solid episode of NXT. I enjoyed the entire thing. Hope you guys did too. So, thank you for watching. And don't really feel like doing the outro, so I will see you guys later.